So now that we've learned a couple of the keying techniques and the main nodes associated with pulling alphas, we're going to learn about combining keys. So we'll learn a couple things such as pre-processing footage, using multiple keyers to get a clean alpha, and then using edge keyers, hair keyers, gray keyers, and core keys. So we're just going to combine the different types of keys that we did. And lastly, we'll go over some kind of more advanced techniques in terms of just using some extra nodes to pull a key. We already saw one with a hue keyer, but there's other ways basically to get alphas as well. So we'll talk about all that. And so you might be asking, well, why don't we just use one node to do the whole key? You know, why can't I just use a key light and try to pull a key? And most of the time, that's not going to work. Most of the time in production, you have uneven, like I said, uneven green screens. You have problems. So we can use an IBK as an example. So again, remember 3 things are happening inside these keying nodes. It's creating an alpha, the black and white image. It's despilling it, usually to one color, but IBK works a little bit differently sometimes. And it's pre-multiplying those 2 results. So it's basically taking the alpha and the color-corrected image and putting them together. So this is, where the problems can come in. So we can see in this example, this is just a node graph here with the background. We're using an IBK and we're merging it over the background. So we're doing that little stack technique to get an alpha, and we're plugging it in. And we're using even some of the background color to kind of do some color correction. So that's what that's doing. And then we're merging it over. But you can see here that there's all kinds of problems. So we can see some see-through parts. Some parts are good, like the way the edge falls off, it's capturing that detail. And for example, this light is looking pretty good. Like it has all the edge detail. It's a little bit see-through because maybe it's glass. But there's plenty of problem areas as well. So obviously the parts that aren't supposed to be see-through, the parts with dark edges, and then you can see some weird sharp edges here, and a little bit of green as well. So it's not doing a great job despilling in that area. So that's why we don't use one keyer most of the time. We would want to take the parts that work in this and combine it with other ones. So that's what we're going to learn. First, we're just going to start by leaving out despilling altogether, and we're just going to learn about key mixing alphas and a structure for doing that. And then we'll move into learning despilling techniques. And once we've understood those, we can combine the 2 of these processes together in an entire compositing structure. But first, if you want to open up part 2, key mixing, that's what we're going to talk about.